Texas Congressman and Chairman of the House Small Business Committee, Roger Williams, is standing by to weigh in. Congressman, welcome. The New York primary's tidal wave of Islamists and terrorist apologists openly calling for socialism. Now, Texas is on the front lines of what many call the Islamification of this country. Rapidly growing number of mosques, Islamic show of force events in the streets. Now, some positive news is that the Supreme Court just ruled that the U.S. can start denying some of these protective visas for many of the illegals who are here and won't leave. So, Congressman, here's the first question is, are we losing control of our communities?
Well, we lose control of our communities if people don't get involved. I mean, I see a lot of areas around the country that have turned into communities we never thought we'd see before with Sharia law and ignoring the Constitution, but that's because we let people do that. We are a land of laws. We got to adhere to the Constitution. We got to stand up when we need to be heard. And if we don't, we could very well lose our country, quite simply. I thought Speaker Johnson said it right. People got to get serious about this. And what we saw in New York is a total disaster with socialism and Marxism at the front. And what these people stand for, not even what some of my Democratic friends stand for. So it's serious business. We got to get it right. We got to keep America where it is a law-abiding country where people can realize a dream and not a scheme.
Yeah, it's a great line. And, Sharia law is certainly not compatible with Western values. Let's talk about the economy for a minute. Fuel prices having a real impact on Americans, certainly impacting small businesses, consumers, families, middle and working class folks. President Trump is calling for an investigation into the gas companies over price gouging. Blue states like Jersey, California, those states are losing companies to states like Texas, where the business may have a chance to actually thrive. So two questions. One is President Trump doing the right thing, going after these big companies? And two, what can we do to export what Texas is doing right to the rest of the country?
Well, I think President Trump is just merely fighting for the economy. I mean, I know that we're seeing energy prices come down because the big beautiful bill, and that's coming up a year old now here the next week, has confirmed a lot of things. But energy is the last thing we need to become down so people can realize the savings. But I think he's on the right track as far as talking about competitiveness, and that's what I'm all about is competition. Mm-hmm. Let people compete against each other and companies. And secondly, it's going to be hard to be like Texas. Texas is the greatest state in the union. And, we believe in people. We believe in Texas. We believe in opportunity. And we believe in competition. And competition should drive this economy. When you have competition, the consumer ends up being the beneficiary of lower prices and opportunities to buy things.
Congressman, you mentioned just a minute ago about people have to get involved. You don't want to lose your community. You got to get involved. You got to vote. So there's a full-blown battle right now between President Trump and the Senate on the SAVE Act. And Senate Leader Thune, he says, look, at least 4 Republicans are a hard no on this legislation. So the question is it fair to blame Senator Thune for not nuking the filibuster when he knows he would probably lose that vote anyway if you look at some of the Republicans who are standing against him? So how do you get the job done with 80% of Americans in some polls saying, yeah, we need to fix our system, we need voter ID at the very least?
Well, I mean, I don't sit in the Senate, but I think that we need to go to where 51 votes can pass the SAVE Act. I mean, how easy? I don't know. I've been in Congress 15 years. I don't know if I've had an easier vote than to vote for the SAVE Act that says you got to be a citizen to be able to vote in America. I mean, how simple is that? And it's hard for all of us to understand why they can't get it together in the Senate and just pass the doggone thing. It's what the Constitution says. It's what Americans want. And like you say, Democrats even want it. So we need to get it done. However they can make it happen over there, I think they need to do it.
So let's talk to one of your colleagues. Congressman Randy Fine proposed a bill called the No Anti-Semitism in Education Act. Now, it's aimed at combating anti-Semitism in educational institutions. So the question is, how critical is this given what we're seeing in the country now? And does it go far enough? If you look at it, after all, anti-Semitism is only a part of what we're seeing. It's beyond that. I mean, you've got outright anti-Americanism going on. The Islamists are anti-America. And does this bill address enough?
Well, look, it's a start, right? I mean, Israel is our dear friend.
Yeah.
The Bible even tells us if you're a friend of Israel, you're going to be fine. And this is a good bill. It's a start. But we don't need people challenging others for religious benefits or ethnicity or whatever. This is America, for crying out loud, where everybody can realize the dream and where everybody can go as far as they want to go. And that's the way we need to do it. Now, his bill, I haven't really seen it, but I think it's a good start, and certainly something that I would support.
Okay, Congressman Roger Williams, thanks for joining me tonight. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.